Welcome to the Hello guys, welcome to the On Conversation. Today we'll be talking about regulations. Regulations. What are the importance of regulations? Trust me, with the findings we've had, the research we've had, we've discussed with government officials, we've discussed with market people, we've discussed with common Nigerian citizens, and we've come to a conclusion that yes, Nigeria, one of the things we lack. Yes, we can list a lot of things that we lack: bad governance, bad this, bad that, bad that. But one major thing that affects everything is regulation. Because with proper regulation, you would find out that everything will come in sequence. The fuel price, the price of food items in the market, the prices of housing now is
Oh my God.
Jesus. One room apartment, 1 point something million. And the person is a graduate with BSc and he or she does not even make up to 100,000 a month. Even if she makes 100,000 a month, 1 point something million every year. So these are the impacts of regulations. Regulation comes in, and the government, the federal government should say, and the state governments. So the federal government and the state's representatives should come together and discuss about regulating these things that affects our lives. Now, if a good regulation comes in place and is enforced and actively followed, guess what happens? You and I would not be so pushed to the side to do anything to survive. Remember, the current US requirements now, if you want to travel in Njapa, is that you must submit your username of your account. And this will affect so many people because some persons in Nigeria, they don't even have legit account. They're not doing something that to make money legitly. So when you want to travel, they will just look at you and say, this one is a decent. They don't hold you there, sir. They go even seize you. If they are looking for you since they don't seize you. Many persons have traveled to the US. As they are landing at the airport, FBI just hold them. It's fact. Regulations will help. School will be regulated, so the outrageous payments and school fees that will make some parents just say, I can't even do anything anymore. Because some parents don't even have something to do. Not everybody's rich. So we must put in a regulation that helps every person. Every person. The poor, the rich does not need it. I mean, they don't need it. They travel around, yes, but at least the normal citizens of the country. And for this regulation to be enforced and followed properly, when the election time comes, we, the citizens, need to know what we need. A politician will come to them and say, oh, this is my manifesto. I want to do this. I'll build you a road. I'll build you this. I'll build you that. I would call companies from abroad. They will come. They will invest here. They will do this one. We have coal now. They will come drill the coal and sell. Okay, if they drill coal and sell, how would the coal money affect us positively in our community? Okay, if this company in China comes over here and starts, manufacturing stuff, what will be the impact to our community or to the people working? Is it just to receive peanuts and that's it? Why not invest in ideas of the people of the country? We have great ideas. So you must question the mandate of these politicians. Do you get what I'm saying? We must question this. So today, we were talking about regulations, the importance of regulations. The fuel price has come to 900. Still, it's not even good enough. Because Nigeria, we have oil. So there's no need for oil coming to 900. It should be 200 naira. With proper regulations and active workforce and a good government, that is possible. We are importing rice. How about the rice in states that produces rice? How about investing heavily in farm? So students that just came out of university will be inspired to own acres of land, to have a farm industry. How about making land ownership easy? Regulation. Oh, we finished school. Every year, how many students are graduating every year in Nigeria? How many? In every university, in every private, federal, or even every year, we have millions graduating. Yes. So do we have millions of jobs available? No. So most of them are thinking of leaving the country. Why? If they leave the country, who are we leaving the country for? So regulation needs to come in place, where before they graduate, officials need to head in schools and tell these finalists, look, you don't have to settle in what you read in school. They're farming. We've created a new, easy way for you to acquire land. If you want to go into farming, the government will sponsor your farming. First of all, they will teach you to know what to do. You choose the side or sector of farming you want to go into. You go into farming because the more we have people in farming in different states, guess what happens? the food prices goes down. Then the regulation is enacted, is active. Now, once it's done like that, you don't find people screaming and all that stuff. Do you know some families don't even have enough to eat every single day? Onions is very expensive. Pepper is expensive in Nigeria. No regulation. Everybody comes and just put a price tag to it. Regulation is needed in your foodstuffs. Like I said, regulation is needed in your housing system. Regulation is needed in food prices. Regulation is needed in the workforce. Every single thing needs to be regulated, and the government needs to look into it. We need to have a fixed price of onions. So when you go to Ikeja or Lagos, you will see this fixed price of onions. When you come to Enugu, to Obuete, you see the fixed price of onions. When you go to Alaba, you see the fixed price. When you go to Wuse in Abuja, you see the fixed price. When you go to Port Harcourt, you see a fixed price. A fixed price that is good for the producers, and is good for the in-between people who are selling, and it's also good for the buyers. Nigeria as a country, we're not regulated. So the importance of regulation is enormous. So how do we start talking about these things, these hard conversations, this conversation that affects every single day of our lives? For those that have cars, you know how many fuel you buy in your cars, generator, the gas you use to cook. You say, oh, this thing doesn't concern me. No, it concerns everybody. Regulation, regulation, regulation. Nigeria needs to be regulated. Every aspect of Nigeria needs to be regulated, and we need the government to look into it. So please, when you find this video, hashtag regulation or regulate Nigeria, hashtag regulate Nigeria. We need to hashtag this. Let us have regulations on different things that affect us every single day. House, food, clothes. You go to a boutique now, you want to buy a jean, a male jean, they'll be telling you 45 to 50,000. A jean. A shirt is like what? 50 something thousand to 45,000. And you tell the young man who wants to look good not to think of how to make money, easy money. Now, these things are the ones triggering these irregularities we're seeing in the society. Now, we need to address the triggers. Likewise, mental health. The trigger of mental health is what? Stress. Nobody to talk to. That's one of my videos. Now, we need to trigger these things. We need to solve this. We need to talk about these things. All right, guys. So, now, let's list the importance of regulations. Very, very important. Now, number one, regulation is important because it helps maintain order, fairness. The poor need to be treated in the angle of fairness. Not everybody has money. Not everybody have money to rent or to build a house. Not everybody have money to buy a car. Not everybody have money to do that. But you know, back in the old time, I used to remember my father saying that you can have 20 naira then, and you could do a lot with 20 naira because the value was there, because there were regulations and there were no high price tag. You know, like, you know, the country was. But now we don't have this thing. 20 naira is even out of the currency now. There's nothing you can buy with 20 naira that is worth anything. Even pure water to drink is 50 naira. 50. So what happens to 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 naira water. So we need regulation. How can one pure water be 50 naira? There's no regulation in Nigeria. So we need that. So hashtag regulate Nigeria. We need to move with this hashtag. All right. So regulation promotes and maintain fairness and safety in a society. Safety in a society. Oh my God. There's no way I could actually say this thing that would make different sense to you. You understand what I'm saying? Regulation helps to promote and maintain safety in the society, in business and governance. So you see, the importance of regulation is enormous. So it helps promote fairness, order, safety in society and business. And now, listen, here are the key reasons why regulation is important. The key reasons. Number one, protects public health and safety. When you go to the hospital, to the public hospital, the government public hospitals, it's difficult. You see, I would visit one hospital with a video to show you guys how people suffer just to get treatment. People are suffering to get treatment. Not everybody have the money to travel abroad. Not everybody get money to travel abroad now. So if you cannot create a good regulation that protects the healthcare system and help the young doctors and nurses and help the old established ones and promote a innovative atmosphere, how can the healthcare strive in a country like this? So you see what I'm saying? It protects the public health and safety Number one. Now let's break this down. It ensures that food, listen, it ensures that food, medicine, transportation, workplaces, and the environment meet safety standards. Safety standards. Food, work environment, regulation is important. Now, number two reasons why it's important, it maintains fair competition. Fair competition. How can somebody travel from Enugu to what do they call it now? To Jos to buy onions. Now, this trader, all he does is to sell onions. Now, he travels all the way from Enugu State to Jos to buy bags of onions. Now, he bought this bag of onions, let's say one for like let's say four for like 20 naira. So that means one is 5 naira, right? For instance, yeah, 5 naira. He comes back home. Yes, he has to include his transportation. So if there's regulation, transportation, the fare of transportation will be regulated. If there's good regulation, the man would not come back to Enugu to sell one for 15 naira. That's outrageous. So you find food items expensive, highly expensive, beyond what people can buy. You see people now starving because of the high price, because the man wants to make money. He feels he has the right to impose any amount on the things he bought because that's his business. No, Oga, not your business be that. Now the public business be that, because you are not eating your onions by yourself. Someone will have to buy the onions for you to make money. So we all see the society is owned by everybody. The rich, the poor, the middle class, everybody owns the society. So regulation helps to connect everybody together. So you see now, so it helps promote fairness, fair competition. Now, let's talk about this maintain fair competition. This fair competition, a man builds a filling station. You see now where every filling station they have to sell fuel for 900, right? 900 naira. So that's regulation. So the federal government says every fuel, 1 liter fuel is 900. That's good. But we need to bring the price down, still down. But how about the federal government, the agricultural sector, stating that every onions or every tomatoes or every yam, every single yam should be on this price to this price, regulated. So nobody would just come and say, oh, this yam is so amount of money. No, everything has to be regulated. They have to be regulated. So regulation helps. Now, to maintain fair competition, it prevents monopolies. Monopolies, that's what we're talking about here. It prevents fraud. It prevents unfair practices in business and trade. Unfair practices in business and trade. That is what we're seeing in Nigeria. Someone travels to another state to buy something that is very affordable. He comes to his state and he inflates the price. No regulation. Someone goes to his backyard to pick up something that cost him nothing. He comes to the front yard and he inflates the price. That's lack of regulation. Someone goes to the fuel station to buy diesel because he has like a small place where he sells to the streets. He inflates price. He inflates price so much. That's unfair in business deals. So regulation is important for our daily lifestyles. Okay, so number three, importance of regulation. It protects customers. No, it protects consumers. You and I. It protects consumers. Consumers in Nigeria are not protected, and we need regulations to protect them because they are the ones that work so hard to make their ends meet and use these ends meet to go out there to buy something for their family and for themselves. So we have to protect them mostly for the basic amenities of life. Housing. The government need to look into housing. Housing is becoming too expensive. Someone just built a house. All of a sudden, each of the rooms and everything is actually expensive. Regulation need to come in. Food. Regulation needs to come in. Clothing. Water. Now, for you to fill your tank in a state where there is no, in a state where you can hardly find state-owned generated water, you buy water from tanks. Now, for you to fill up your tank, they're calling you big amount of money because they are going to buy this water. Now, let's just break this down to the case study of Enugu State, right? Enugu State, they do have a couple of places where they have water, but generally speaking, Enugu State is lacking water. So the government needs to work towards this to make sure that there is generated water in every part of Enugu State. Yes, the government can do it. And I want to say thank you and kudos to the current governor of Enugu State, Governor Peter Mba. You're really doing a great job. But please, we want you to look into the housing system. It's expensive in Enugu. Enugu is now to be compared to Lekki in Lagos or Asokoro in Abuja. Enugu State is now compared to that based on the price, the high price tag. So please, governor, please, the government, we need you guys to look into the housing system and water. Water. We need good regulations, please. It's becoming too much. That's why you find so many people going into legal businesses to make extra money to live a life. Okay, so we need the governments of every state in Nigeria and the federal government. We know you're doing a great job, sir. Excellency, the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, thank you so much, sir. We know you're doing a great job, but please, sir, we need you to regulate, create an effective regulation team to move around in all states to address these things on the basic amenities of life. The importation of cars is not regulated. Now you import one car, you go to the custom to get your car. They are telling you to pay more than the amount of money you used to buy the car. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. Someone buys a car in the US for like 7.5 million, equivalent in naira. Then you come to the seaport to clear your car. All of a sudden they tell you to pay 7 or 8 million. That's not fair. So we need an active regulation in Nigeria. All right. So the importance of that, number 4, is it promotes economic stability. It promotes economic stability. So Nigeria, we're not stable. We're fluctuating when it comes to our economy. We're going up, we're going down, we're going sideways, we're going backward. We're just being pushed around. Dollar is high today. Nigerian stocks are high today. Even those that are selling tomatoes will tell you that dollar is high. How wicked can we be? Dollar is high. Tomato seller is telling you that dollar is high. I don't understand. I don't understand the economy there. Can someone explain to me, please? Like, someone that is selling tomatoes said that they have to increase the price of tomatoes because dollar added. Because we lack regulation. That's why things like this are happening. So please, we need regulation. Nigeria lacks regulation. All right. So it promotes, it protects consumers, that safeguards people from unsafe products, misleading advertising, scams, and exploitations. Number 4, it promotes economic stability. Now let's break this down. It provides rules for financial system, preventing market crashes, inflations, and irresponsible lending. Irresponsible lending. It prevents that. Rules. You have to promote rules for financial system. You want to go to the bank. Banks now are charging extra. Banks are charging. You want to do your USSD, whatever transaction, they charge you. Now the network providers. Now regulation need to affect this DSTV and GoTV. Regulation need to affect MTN and all of these network providers. We need good regulation. How can they wake up in the morning and just tell us that yes, now for you to subscribe or recharge or buy data, you have to pay more? And when they don't even have the good network to back up the prices, because we lack regulation. DSTV that is owned by South Africa will just come to Nigeria and start giving us inflated prices. MTN is not owned by Nigeria, will start giving us inflated prices. Glow, Airtel, we lack regulations. Electricity, high tariff of electricity, we lack regulations. You want to buy light of 20,000, they're giving you 100 and something units. How can? We lack regulations. So we need regulations in Nigeria. So hashtag regulate Nigeria need to be a forerunning stuff. Hashtag regulation. Please, we need that. It affects every single person. All right, so we're going to round up. Now, the 5th advantage of this is it protects the environment. It controls pollution, conserves resources, and promotes stable practices. It promotes sustainable practices, I beg your pardon. Number 6, it supports social justice. Now, let's break this down. It establishes rules that protect workers' rights, prevent discrimination, and ensure equal opportunities. Regulation. You see how important it is? All right. So now let's go down to another one. It ensures accountabilities. Number 8, it encourages trust and confidence. Number 9, it guides ethical behavior. It guides ethical behavior. MTN, network provider, I'm calling you out. I'm calling them out. Network providers, electricity, all the private owned electricity, like for instance, EEDC, I'm calling you guys out. Ikeja electricity, I'm calling all you guys. It's expensive. We need you guys to be regulated. We need all of you guys to be regulated. Okay, because it's getting too much. There is no job in the street, in the society to back up the prices of things. So everything needs to be regulated so people can have good life. People are dying for too much thinking. All right, so now the last one is it prevents abuse of power. Now listen to this. It prevents abuse of power. MCN, you're abusing your power. Glow, you're abusing your power. DSTV, you're abusing your power. GoTV, you're abusing your power. Those sellers, those people selling whatever in the market, you guys are abusing your powers. Everybody that has anything, you're abusing your power. So we need regulation to prevent this abusiveness of power. All right. So now we've come to the end of this list of importance. Now you can see that it connects to everybody. Everybody needs this stuff to be regulated. It connects to our lifestyle, our daily lifestyle. So wherever you are, trust me, don't say this thing does not concern me. It concerns you. Is it not just last week that Pella, the young guy Pella, who's he's rich, yes, because of he's working hard for his money. Lagos state government just said that he will pay 38 million, I think 38 million or something like that for tax. 38 million for a young man. But trust me, some people we know around like has bigger things and bigger stuff and not even paying that amount of money. Abuse of power. Do you get that now? So every person, you need to, let's join hands together as Nigerians. Regulation, hashtag regulate Nigeria. When this politician comes again after a few years from now to say, oh, vote me in again, guess what we have to do as Nigerians now? We have to question their mandate. When the government says, oh, fuel is now 1,000 naira based on this and that, we have to question them and say, no. We don't have to be the one to bear the consequences of your lack of abilities to question things or to work towards things. We don't have to be the one to take the bullshit. You understand that? So we need to know our rights. This regulation will protect us. And when the government says we've regulated this, they have to make it public so everybody can see it and know what they regulated and follow it up. Now, if you see, the government need to also create some sort of easy way to reach out to them. Just in case someone is abusing their power, we can report them. First of all, we need electricity to be cut down very well. We need the price of housing system to be reduced drastically, water drastically, and also price of foodstuffs should be reduced. This is the important one for now. Thank you so much. I remain your host, DSNM. Don't forget to follow us on all social media handles on Conversation, DSNM Network.